Hey, my name is Rodney, and I'm trying to summit all 58 Colorado 14ers. In this video, I fight through high winds and near zero visibility to summit Huron Peak. Okay, the signs are not looking good for this trip. There were some omens that things are not going to go well that I ignored. I was keeping my eye on the weather, and it looks kind of iffy. It might be a little rainy, but it looks like it's going to be more towards the afternoon. So I might get some rain, might not. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and go because I can't get all the 14ers I want in if I cancel to try to reschedule this hike. So like it's Monday, at least it should be traffic free to get over there because it's already almost 4 hours from my house to get up to Huron Peak. So I'm going right along, get an alert. The I-70 is closed for an accident, and now I am sitting in traffic, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm too far away from home to really turn around. So I'm just gonna have to ride it out, and hopefully everything gets going and I can get there before sunset. So we'll see how it goes. I figured I should go ahead and share some trail information here while I am stuck on I-70. I'm going to do Huron Peak, and that is about 7 miles round trip with an elevation gain of about 3,500. I'm going to disperse camp close to the trailhead. It is the Ann Lake trailhead is the starting point, and I heard good things about this trail as far as it being scenic, so I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, the weather is iffy. I could get rained on. I could not get rained on tonight when I'm camping. Possibility of a thunderstorm. That's fine if I get rained on at the campsite. It's really more, even the rain while I'm hiking doesn't necessarily really bother me. It's the lightning that I am worried about. But it seems like the rain and thunderstorms tomorrow are going to come in afternoon, and I plan to be back at the trailhead and getting into my car around noon. So hopefully I won't have any problems there, and I have my rain jacket so I don't bother mind getting wet, and traffic is moving, so I gotta get off. Thank you. Woohoo. You take County Road 390 to get to Huron Peak. It's a well-maintained dirt road. It's nice to have clearance, but it's not necessary. I saw sedans going down the road. They were going slow, but they were going. There are a ton of dispersed campsites along the way. In fact, this is where the trailhead is for Mount Oxford, Belford, and Missouri. The road becomes more difficult once you get to Winfield. At Winfield, the road veers off to the left and becomes a narrow 4x4 trail. There are no major obstacles. The road is just narrow, rocky with ruts and dips. You'll need high clearance, but I did see a Subaru Outback at the trailhead, so you don't need a big truck. If you don't have a vehicle that can handle the trail, there are plenty of places to park or camp before you get to the difficult sections. You'll just have to add additional miles to your hike. There are also several dispersed campsites along the road as you're climbing up through the trees. The sites can be on the small side. There are much better campsites the closer you get to the trailhead. The view is amazing once you clear the trees, and the trailhead isn't far away. I found a nice campsite, and I'll have to say, I'm surprised how many people are up here for Monday evening. There's still plenty of sites, but definitely more people than I thought. I'll show the area here. It is beautiful. The trailhead is about, 50 yards from here, just around that corner. So it's really close, so got a nice good spot. I don't have very much daylight left, so I'm gonna get set up, get something to eat, and relax for the rest of the night. I'm so glad I decided to make the trip up here. The weather forecast in like these remote areas isn't super accurate anyway, so I figured I was going to risk it. And as of now, it is beautiful, and I'm so glad I decided to do it. Watch, we'll cut to a scene that's coming down in torrential downpour tonight or something. But as of now, it is great. Huron Peak is barely a 14er, coming in at 14,006 feet, but it still counts. It's a relatively short hike, and the elevation gain isn't too horrible, so I'm hoping to make a pretty good time up there and get back down here by noon. Shooting these videos adds quite a bit of time to the actual hike. It took me a long time to do the Calibron loop. That's the last hike that I did, and I was like, why did it take me so long? It took me like 9 hours to do it, and I think it's the fact that you summit a peak, record all that video, and then I'm recording the entire loop. So that is a lot more stopping and setting up and everything that goes along with creating the video, as opposed to just recording on the way up and then trying to go down. So I'm hoping it won't take me nearly as long to do this hike. This campsite has spots for at least 2 other tents. I got a good spot right here. There's a fire pit, and then you have a nice spot right here, which depending on the size of your tent, you could fit 2 in there. And there's possibly even a spot up here, but that looks a little rocky. But yeah, it's a pretty good spot. The only downside is that it is so close to the road. I typically try to see if I can find a spot kind of nestled away, but I couldn't find any spots like that. Looks like there's people already in them. But it's not too bad. And it's not like I'm hanging out here for the entire weekend. Basically, just get in here, sleep, and then hit the trailhead. The last few climbs, I've been camping at established campgrounds. And boy, I prefer dispersed camping so much better. First of all, it's free, which is awesome. And you don't have the rules as far as check in and check out time. And I'm finding hitting that check out time has been rough. I was late coming down Elbert. I was late coming down the Calibron loop. I just prefer, much prefer dispersed camping out here. Find a beautiful spot, set up, and enjoy. Probably gonna make it an early night. To get some rest and see how it goes for tomorrow. I'm seeing some clouds come up. Let me see, I'll flip it around. It looks like there is some clouds moving over there. Hopefully they stay on that side and don't come over here. Good morning. It wasn't too bad. Sleep last night. It didn't get as cold as I was expecting, which is great. It did rain around 4 o'clock for about 15-20 minutes or so that wasn't too bad either. It wasn't a downpour, just kind of a light rain. So I get up, get ready to go and hit this trail. I'm all packed up, about to head over to the trailhead and get started. I'm at the beginning of the trailhead. Right behind me is a trail that goes to Lake Ann. And over here, that is a trail that goes up to Mount Huron. This should be an amazing hike. I'm really looking forward to it. So far, this trail is beautiful, very scenic. There's wildflowers all over the place. You got nice trees, and you got the stream down there. You can hear off into the distance, and it is beautiful out there this morning. Man, it seems like every 14er I do, it just becomes more impressive and more beautiful. I just can't get enough of this. Check out that beautiful waterfall. You can hear it going all the way down the trail. The views here are just incredible. Time for a trail update. It's just been switchback after switchback through the woods as I'm climbing. I think it's still a while to go before I get to the top, but just gonna grind it out. It looks like that I might have to start double timing it up this hill. There is clouds coming up pretty fast over that range. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to definitely speed it up. I don't know what peak that is off in the distance there, but man, it is beautiful. I wonder if that's one of the 14ers. I'm gonna have to look that up when I get back home. I later learned that those peaks aren't any of the nearby 14ers. They're called the Apostles, and you get a great view of them once you get to the summit. I just made it up out of the trees, and I can not get enough of these views here. And still got some storm clouds coming, so hopefully I can beat those. And up in front of me here is Huron Peak. You can see the trail kind of goes up this way, and you go up this side here, up the top, I believe. So still got a ways to go, but made some real progress. They flattened out here for a little bit. There's a nice little pond right here. Good place to catch your breath, have a snack before the final push to the peak, because there's nothing but incline from here on. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick them up. You can start to see people kind of winding their way up. It's steep, but actually not looking too bad, but you know, I always say that. It ends up kind of sucking. I always like to stop and look back and see how far I've come. That's a little encouragement. When you see that, I was way down there, and it doesn't make the final climb seem that bad, because you know you've actually made some legit progress. According to my watch, I'm at 13,360 feet, and looks like it's about to be nothing but boulders from here on out to the summit. I was talking to a guy coming down. I asked him what the visibility was like. He said it was about 10 feet, so maybe by the time I get up there, it would have cleared up a bit, hopefully. As you can hear from my mic, the wind was crazy. The clouds moved in fast and really reduced the visibility. Well, got here just in time for the clouds completely fogged in. At this point, you can't see very far at all. I don't know if you can hear it, but I could hear a helicopter pretty close by. I cannot believe a helicopter is out in this visibility. Crazy. I wonder if someone's in trouble. There's something worth being out in this. I made it up. Yeah. Just in time for the weather. Visibility is not that great. Hopefully it clears up a little bit and get some good views before I have to head back down. And I got I think it's number 12 down, 58. I just wish, I could see something. And just seconds after I said that, the wind shifted, revealing hands down the best view in Colorado. The clouds cleared and I don't see right there, there's a rainbow right there. Huron is now my favorite 14er so far. Summit number 13 is La Plata. You can check out that video right here.